Now, debate has grown over the U.S. Confederate flag following a recent terrorist attack on a church in South Carolina, which left 9 black worshipers dead. Now, an African-American activist has taken down the flag from the state grounds in South Carolina. Britain Bree Newsom climbed a 9-meter flagpole before being arrested and charged with defacing monuments. Now, the flag, which is a symbol of American Civil War and of racial hostility, was hoisted back shortly after its removal and her arrest. Bree later said that she sought to promote true racial justice and equality with her action. The debate heated up following reports that the shooter of the AME church in Charleston was carrying the Confederate flag before his attack. Meanwhile, people in the states of South Carolina and Alabama have gathered to protest against the removal of the flag from the Capitol building grounds.
I don't hate anyone. I love all people. My daughter-in-law is black, and I love her, and I love her family. So it's not a black-white issue. It's a heritage issue.
Those rallying for the Confederate flag to be put back on display claim that it's a matter of Southern heritage rather than racial divide. They also protested the recent remarks by state officials who called for the removal of the flag. Now, on June 22nd, Governor Nikki Haley said the flag had become a symbol of hate and it was time for it to be taken down. We're joined out of St. Louis now to get more on the story by Mr. Yachanan Ami, head of the Human Rights and Justice Committee. Now, sir, what does the Confederate flag signify for you?
Well, again, the Confederate flag symbolizes a great deal of racism. It's ridden with racism, and racism has been associated with it for quite some time. And I applaud the sister for what she did, Bree Newsom, as the original founder of Black Lives Matter. I think it's important that we realize, what's going on within our community, what's going on around the world with the constant racism, and there should be an immediate removal of all of these Confederate flags. It's unfortunate what transpired to family in Charlotte, South Carolina, and our hearts go out to that family. And then also the family in Memphis. A church was also shot up at Memphis. Fortunately, there was no casualties, no one was murdered. It was just more structural things. So we're dealing with a lot of that the blatant racism from the Michael Brown murder here in Ferguson, Missouri. We're still dealing with that. We're dealing with other organizations making money in the name of the movement, and they had nothing to do with the movement. In fact, they're no longer here in town.
Mr. Ami.
So it's been a lot of exploitation going on here.
Sir, and when there's so much controversy over it, and the flag assumes this quality of hatred, white supremacy, and racism, according to yourself and many other African Americans, then why does Washington or particular states drag their feet with respect to just putting it away in a museum and not letting it continue to offend those that it offends?
I can't really speak for them. I can say this, though. I can say that I think that they're really waiting on situations to transpire, such as what has happened here.
Call recording off.
With the case with Bree Newsom, so it's little situations like these that are going on that's really sparking the national attention of everyone. So hopefully this will kind of put something, put a little spark behind them to expedite the removal of the Confederate flag. I know they're talking about passing laws and having meetings and discussions about whether or not it should be removed, but that's certainly something that should certainly be removed from all federal and state facilities and agencies.
Thank you, Mr. Ami. That's Mr. Yachanan Ami, head of the Human Rights and Justice Committee, joining us out of St. Louis.